Hello there, kia ora. This week, the Salvation Army released its annual State of the Nation report, and it ain't good. It points out that there are a few areas that they can improve on because of a lack of resources, and that the indicators are showing that things out there are worsening. It also debunks a few claims that we hear from politicians who like to pick and choose their facts, like, yes, social housing builds continue, and thanks to the effort of the last Labour government, there are more of them being made available today than there was a year ago. But the pace in which they're building is still well below the needs that we have for our growing population. It shows food insecurity has risen, especially amongst families with children, as has assaults and neglect cases with children involved. And these are the result of a range of other factors, like 400,000 people needing welfare support in an environment where people are punished for being on welfare by the government. That meth use has doubled, dangerous drinking and gambling has increased, which are indicators of high stress times for people. The KiwiSaver hardship withdrawals are up 58% on last year, that roughly 1 in 3 people have been a victim of a violent crime, and that 40% of communities have high rental unaffordability. And there's cultural issues being highlighted as well. A decline in the number of people who feel it's easy to express their identity as Māori. Re-imprisonment rates and imprisonment rates for Māori in particular are rising, and Māori and Pacifica workers are more likely to be made unemployed by a rate of 2 to 3 times that of other population groups. It's depressing reading, and it's even more depressing that it's not that much of a surprise. When sanctions were reinforced, experts said that the result was going to be more family harm and kids would bear the brunt of it. Experts in addiction pointed out that increased costs of living stresses and insecurity around employment and housing lead to a spike in drug, alcohol, and gambling issues. When the government scrapped Section 27 cultural reports as part of the legal aid system, they were told that this would disproportionately impact Māori and Pacifica peoples when it came to imprisonment numbers. Hell, Paul Goldsmith even admitted that they knew that. And fair pay agreement legislation, which was scrapped under the 100 Days of Urgency policy bonfire, was designed to help ensure that one group over another didn't get overburdened in the statistics of who was most likely to be made unemployed. Even the Treasury mandate to ensure inflation wasn't reined in by mass unemployment levels was removed, despite warnings of how much it would impact people directly. And want to make people feel less able to express their identity as Māori? Then scream about department name changes and road signs, remove and attack treaty provisions in legislation, attack tools put in place to help achieve equitable outcomes, then introduce the Treaty Principles Bill and let politicians, commentators, and lobby groups conflate race with culture, nationality, and identity for months. And it's not like voters and politicians weren't warned. Hell, I know I covered it, and so did a lot of other people. But voters wanted change, and voters got it. Only someone cruel and heartless, though, would think that the outcomes of all of this were the best possible outcomes. But there are some glimmers of hope. This government has shown it will sometimes, occasionally, reconsider if the public is vocal enough. We saw that with the latest Road of Significance project that they announced. It's vital. If we want to see positive change based on evidence and data, then we need to make ourselves heard and make sure that you're letting the people know that are around you just how much their vote can impact you and others. Because the outcomes that we've seen from ignoring data, evidence, and research, well, eventually it's going to impact all of us. Hey, thanks for checking out today's video. Make sure you like, share, subscribe so you get more updates as we go along. We deal with these guys for the rest of the year.